Hey there, this is Hassan from Leo Major, and in this video I will show you how we can build a GTM variable template. And you need some basic JavaScript knowledge to build GTM variable template. If you are new in this video, I highly recommend to check the previous videos of this video series where I discuss about some basic JavaScript, what we will need to build a GTM variable template. So let's get started. We are going to build a GTM variable template, and by using that variable template we will format our array or map our array. So this is the array of object you can see, and we usually familiar with this type of data. For Google Analytics, for in the data layer we usually get this type of items data. But if you like to send this information for Google Metapixel, then we need to format the data this way. Actually, this is the item ID which should take from our existing GA4 data layer and format it this way. As well as we will make the data some this way. So this is the item ID and quantity, and this is called array of object. And if you like to send this information for dynamic remarketing tag, that case actually we need to format our existing items array to this type of array. So let's see how we can build this type of GTM variable template. Create a variable template. At first you need to go to your Google Tag Manager, and in the very bottom you should see the templates, and you will see two types of template. One is the tag template, another one is variable template. We are going to build variable template, so we need to click the new icon here and we need to put a name. Maybe we can put a name here. This is, I have given a name, you can give any of the name, and here we need to write some description. So this is the thing, and then next field tab is fields. We need to click the fields here, and we need to create two. For right now, we need to create a two fields. So I'm clicking here. This is the text input. Actually, we need here, and you can see this is the text. And if I check in the right side, you can check a quick preview here. And here, actually, we need to create a field for input array, input items array. So I can take input array, and here we need to put some display name what will be shown in here. So let me put here input items array. So if I refresh here, you can see it will show this way. And if I like to put some kind of placeholder or instruction, that case we need to click here, and you will see a lot of settings here. We just need to click the hints value. So I'm clicking here, and we can put here maybe items and refresh here. Actually, this is not the real value, this is a placeholder value, and this, when someone type it, it will be gone. So that is the thing. And then we also need another field. So let me click here, and then input text. Actually, we need to put a key field. So let me explain the thing. Actually, first we will create a GTM variable what will convert this array to this array. So we need to put the key name. For example, here actually from this array, this value is taken from the item ID. So we need to put a field where people will put the item ID, and it will return the array this way from this array. So let's go back here something like that, and then give me a refresh. And here we can give some kind of placeholder like before, hence take maybe uh, item ID, and here actually name what will show in a description or type level. So let me put item key or something like that. Let me change it same way, item key. Okay, so right now we have two fields. this field people will put the items, and this field the key of the object for getting the newly formatted array. So I'm going to code section, and here you will see something here. And if you go to the documentation, you can read more details about. In this field we can type JavaScript code, and it came with some limitation. All of the JavaScript code we usually use in real JavaScript, few things does not support here. And this is the log, if you like to console log or anything like that. So let me check how we can get the value what people will put here to our code. So here you can see something written. Let me skip this thing. You can see here console.log console dot. So let me put something here. For example, if I take something item array or something like that, actually people will put item array, but for now I am typing a random text item id. And now if I run the code and check here the console, we should see what we will get here. You can see this is showing, actually this is the consoling this data, and we are getting data input array, and this is the value is the value we have inserted here, as well as the item key and value we are getting. This is the item. Actually this is a object, we are already familiar with this type of object. So this is data is actually object, so whatever field we have take here, all of the field goes under the data object. You can see this is the data object. So if I just come here and just show some inspect here, we already know this is a, let me think, this is the object, so we can keep copy here, paste it here, and this is the data object. And in the data object, actually this is the key of the field, and this is the value of the field. The key is actually coming from here, the field. Inside the field we have given a name. You can see the input array, and this is the input array. This is the object key is coming from here, the property key, and the property value actually coming from how the user put the value here, as well as same thing for the item key, and the item key is coming from here. So we need to, if we like to make two variable, one for the input array, another for the input key, that case actually we need to come here. Let me create here, put it a variable, and we need to get a variable something like that, and then our value should come from data dot input array same way, and just it, and just copy and paste it here. And we need another variable for input key and put it here. That's it. And the input array will return the value from here, and input key actually return the value what people said here. So this is the thing. And now just we need to write a simple code. So actually people will the input array and input key, how it will be look like. To show the thing, I'm going to the code here. Let me copy the code here. So inspect here, actually our input array will be look like this. Input, I have already discussed this in our JavaScript part, but I'm again show the thing. And the our key should be like this. This is our input array, and the item key will be something like ID. This is the thing. So if we like to get the item ID and build a separate array, we need to map it. So we can map this thing here. So map, and then here we need to type a function, and this is the function we need to, actually we will get input array, maybe our thing will be item, and here we can get item id, maybe this way. Actually, this is the thing, and actually the value, output value. And the key name, people usually can give any of the name, maybe item ID or quantity or whatever people will put. Actually, we need to use this key and get the value. So we can type this way, key and this thing. If you are not clear what I am doing here, I recommend you to check my previous JavaScript video. And this will return actually the value how people put here, and then we need to type return, and check we are getting the exact same result. So if I change the item key here, maybe people will put something other thing, item name, and then hit up, and then we are getting the array with the item name. So actually we need to copy this code from here and paste it here. So this is the thing, this is very simple. And we can create another variable as output map array or result output or something like that. And finally we need to return output. So of course we need to change this as this, and this is the thing. So we are done for our first step. So let's check how this is working. So I saved this thing, and going back to my variables and click the new and our variable name. Let's we put items item IDs, and here we need to select our template here, and then here I have already have a variable. This is the e-commerce items, and return should be item ID, and save it. And now I'm going to preview here, connect, and this is connected. Now I am going to click the view card, and you can see this is view card has fired. If I check our variable and if I scroll down item IDs, so you can see we are getting exact same thing as how we want to build. So this is the first part of the GTM variable template. In our next part, we will extend our GTM variable template to check how we can build our this type of array, item array. So we will get the input as this type of array, and output should be this type of array as well as this type of array. Thank you.